Hello and welcome back to SciTi Tech. In this video I want to do a teardown of the sandwich toaster. I want to see how it works and I want to see if there's any parts worth salvaging. Let's get started. First, what I need to do is flip it over. And then do what I always do, see a screw, take a screw, see a screw, take a screw, and remove all of the screws I can find. And there's some of the screws are now removed, and I can remove this panel. Now let's look a little deeper. Remove these little rubber feet, because usually there's screws hidden under there. Also, these rubber feet can be very useful. Alright, so take a look, and as you can see, there are some screws hidden inside. Unscrew them, and it removes these pieces. And there are two more screws right here that I need to remove, and then some more screws that are on top. Pull this piece out. And this one right here is also a very interesting circuit. And a closer look at this circuit. Very interesting, some different color LEDs. And these gears are very interesting, and what I like about these gears is that it has these little hooks that are very interesting looking, and the way they can turn. And these gears are very interesting because you can see how it can change the temperature of this device. And these gears are very nice and tight, which means I can possibly use this for something else. Not really sure what though, but I might use it for something. And I'll turn the device over and open it up to check out the heating elements inside. And as you can see, there are some more screws that I need to remove, so that way I can remove the heating elements. Remove these screws. And there, the heating element is now loose. Remove the screws that are on top. Cut these wires because it's holding the heating elements in place. And there, the wires are now cut, which means now I can be able to remove these heating elements. Pull this panel, comes out just like this. And as you can see, there are some more screws inside. May have to remove those. Ooh, look at this spring. I like these kind of springs, these are very useful. Pull it out carefully, and there. I like how they wiggle, and they can be very useful for holding things together. Alright, so remove this panel here, and pull out the heating element, and it comes out just like this. And as you can see, this heating element is very interesting. It has these two wires that connects to mains voltage. The black wire is the live wire, and the white wire is the neutral wire. Can definitely use this for something, basically plug it directly into mains, although I would rather attach it to a circuit so that way I can regulate the power, otherwise it can overheat and have a runaway effect. This component right here is like a potentiometer which controls the temperature of the heating elements, and these gears attach to it so that way I can be able to turn a knob and it can carefully adjust the heat perfectly. However, this potentiometer that controls the heating element may not be necessary or worth keeping. Not really sure, I'll have to think about that. So now I'm going to go ahead and remove the second heating element. Simply cut the wires because it's a lot easier. And now go ahead and remove this component right here. And here are all of the items that I have salvaged. I have right here the power cable, which can be very useful to be able to connect to other devices that need it, or to make a good replacement. Also, these wire nuts seem to be in fair condition, so I could probably use these as well. And these right here are the heating elements. These can be very useful, especially since they can connect directly to mains. And if you have a closer look, you can see what kind these are. And as you can see, it is rated to use 120 volts AC, and it has a power of 750 watts. I have right here some gears, and these gears I find to be very interesting and potentially useful. so I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but just keep it to the side. And this device right here is a switching mechanism, since the switch is used for AC voltages, so I could probably use it to turn on an appliance, or maybe use it as a light switch, or use it for something that requires AC voltage to turn on and off. This circuit right here is potentially useful. If you have a closer look, you can see there's some components inside that are potentially useful. You can see right here there are 2 different types of LEDs, some diodes and some Zener diodes. And it also has 4 surface mount resistors. I could possibly use those as well. And this right here, some rubber feet. I can possibly use this to replace rubber feet on some other device, or use it for something else. And this part right here, I don't know if I'll use it or not, but it was attached to the gears. And this right here is a very interesting spring. I really like these kind of springs because I can use it to hold things together. And I like how it wobbles. And right here are some screws. Screws are always useful, so I could probably use those for something. And there you have it. Now you know what's inside of a sandwich toaster machine, how it works, and what kind of parts that are potentially useful. Thank you for watching Sci High Tech. I hope you learned something new, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and of course click on the bell icon to be notified of future Sci High Tech videos. Till the next tech, goodbye.